Welcome back to Wong Academy. This is the new paper here, Nanyang Primary School Prelim Exams for Primary 6 Mathematics. We'll start with paper 1, section A and section B, and finally move on to paper 2. We'll be doing this in 4 videos. So the first video, part 1 of 4, will be on booklet A. The second video on booklet B. The third video and the fourth video, we break it up into 2 parts. We'll have 2 videos there for paper 2. All right. So this is it. I advise you to attempt the questions yourself first before looking at these worked solutions. So let's begin. Okay, on page 1, we've got 2 questions. 2 very easy questions to start off with. Find the value of that. So you've got 873 minus 418. Let's find the total of that first. That's 6. Let's carry over 1. That becomes 5. 6 minus 1 is 5. 8 minus 4 is 4. Okay, then we'll add 2 to 9 and see what the answer is. Here we got 5 and 9 is 14. And 5, 2, 7, 8. And 4 and 2 is 6. So there's the final answer there. And 684 is the correct answer. Next question. Which is not a common factor of 16 and 72. It basically means that if you divide 16 by that number there, will you get a whole number, or will you get some kind of a, some leftover? And the answer here is that yes, 8 divided by 16 divided by 8, we get a whole number, that's 2. 72 divided by 8, we get 9. Right? 16 divided by 2, that's fine, that's 8. 72 divided by 2, that's 36, that's fine. We can divide by 4 as well. All right? 16 divided by 4 is 4. And that divided by 4 is 18. All right? So the only one here that we divide by 3 will not get a whole number. It's not a common factor. All right, next page. This is page 2, another 2 very simple questions. Well, this here will be tens, that is ones. This here is tens, right, with the TH. This here will be hundreds with the TH. And this one here will be thousands with the TH. All right, so the 8 is in this position there. That's tenth, 8 tenths with the TH. And that's the correct answer. All right. Find the value of 0.45 divided by 9. All right, so 0.45 divided by 9. All right, let's do a long division. So we got 9, 0.45. All right. 9 doesn't go into 0, so it's 0. We leave the decimal point in the same position. Right? 9 doesn't go into 4, right? But 9 does go into 45, and that would be 5. 9 times 5 is 45. 0.05 is the correct answer. So there it is, 0.05. Next page. On page 3, question 5, rectangular block of wood as shown below was cut into 4 equal pieces. What's the volume of each piece of wood? Well, let's just do a quick calculation for the total volume. Equals 10 times 2 times 4. So 10 times 2 is 20. 20 times 4 is 80. So 80 centimeter cubed. Right? Volume of each piece is equal to 80 divided by 4 equal pieces. Right, 4 equal pieces, and that's 20 centimeter cube, and that's the correct answer there. All right. Let's have a look at this next question here. We have KL is a straight line. Find the sum of A and B. So A and B. So what's A? Right. Here we have a right angle. So A is equal to 90 minus 75, which is equal to 15 degrees. And what's B? B is equal to, we know a straight line is 180 degrees. 880 minus 135, which is equal to 45 degrees. Add A and B together, here we get 60 degrees. Right? And the answer, 60 degrees, is correct. Next page. Page 4. Question 7. Which of the following figure is not a net of a cube? Well, let's start with the base. That's the base. Fold that up. That's the side. Swing that across. That's the side. And fold that down. That's the top. All right. This one folded up. That's the side. And swing that around. Fold it to the side. That's the side as well. All right. Here, let's start with the base. We've got a base here. Swing, fold it up. That's a side. Fold it up. That's a side. Fold it up. That's a side. That's also a side. And flip it down. That's the top. All right. Now this one here. That's a base. Fold it up. That's a side. Fold this up. Side. Swing this around. That's a side as well. Side. And flip that over the top. That's the top. Now this one here, let's start there as a base, swing that up, that's a side. You can fold this across, that's a side as well. Now once you flip this up, you can't fold this across. And if you do fold this across, you got two on the same side. So that's certainly not a net of a cube. So that's the correct answer there. All right. Okay, there are 16 students in group A. So A is equal to 16. Group A has 12 fewer students than Group B. All right, so B is more than A. All right, so B equals A plus 12. All right, A has 12 fewer, so you add 12, so A has less than B. All right, so that's what it is. Equal to, we know what A is. A is 16. 16 plus 12, which is equal to, that's 28. Right. So the ratio of number of students in Group A to Group B, A is to B, is 16 is to 28. Simplify that, divide that by 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. 28 divided by 4 is 7. And I think that's the simplest you can go. Right. So there's the answer there. 4 is to 7. Next page. On page 5, question 9. You got given a 20% discount on a pair of sneakers. How much was the discount? So that's the price there. We know that 10% is $10.15. Right? We just moved the decimal place 1 to the left. Therefore, 20% is just double that. So it's 20 and 30 cents. Right? $20.30. And that's the correct answer there. Right. Question 10. We're given the population or the relative population of three different countries. We've got two statements here. So P's population is half of that of Q. Okay, so P is smaller. Let's put Q there. Q is big. Let's say that's big. All right, to small. All right. So Q is big. P is smaller, so it's half. We don't necessarily concerned with how much smaller it is. So let's put P on that side. And here we say that R's population is less than P. R's population less than P. So R is not in the middle, but rather even less than P. So R is over there. So arrange the countries from largest to smallest. Q first, P and R. Q, P, and R. So that's the correct answer there. All right, much simpler than it looks. Next page. Here we are on page 6. The perimeter of a rectangle is 40 cm. Okay, now we know that a perimeter is equal to 2 of the length plus 2 of the breadth. All right, so that's 40 equals 2 length plus 2 breadth. All right, now the length of the rectangle, all right, so the length of the rectangle is 4 more than its breadth. So breadth plus 4. Okay, so it's 4 more than its breadth. So let's see how we can isolate B on one side. Right. B is equal to length minus 4. Okay, it's just a rearrangement of that. L, 4, bring it over the other side, becomes minus 4. So B equals L minus 4. So let's substitute that in there. 40 equals to 2L plus 2 of that breadth. Breadth is L minus 4. Okay, again 40 equals 2L plus 2 times L. 2 times minus 4. Always remember that negative sign belongs to a 4. So every number has a sign before it, right? 2 times negative 4 is minus 8. Right? Let's bring the 8 over to the other side. So that's 48 is equal to 4L. And therefore L is equal to 48 divided by 4, which is 12. Right? So 12 centimeters, and that's the correct answer. Right? Next question. Question 12 here on page 6. Here we have some cubes stacked up, right? And here we got how many more cubes are needed to build a cube of each 4 centimeters. Well, what's the volume then of this ultimate cube? The volume is 4 times 4 times 4, which is equal to 4 times 4, 16. 16 times 4 is 64. 64 centimeter cubed, right? Which means that to build a cube of each 4 centimeters, you got 64 of these 1 centimeter cubes, right? 64 of these little guys here, right? So how many do we already have? Let's see, we've got here in that row, we've got 3, here we've got another 3, here we've got 2, and here we've got 1. So in the bottom row, we've got 6, 7, 8, 9. The bottom row, we got 9. The top row, so middle row, we got 3 and 4. So we got 4. And the top row, we got 2. So we got 15 all up. All right. So minus 15 that we already have, that gives us another 49 cubes, 49 of these little guys to make a full 4x4x4 cubed. All right, so that's the answer there. Next page. On page 7, we've got one question here, question 13. We got here, Mr. Happy is resting at point X. So there he is over there, point X. In which direction is the house from point X? So that's the house over there. All right, so that's north, south, east, and that's west. So this will be southwest. Right. Southwest. Southwest is the correct answer. Next page. Okay, so this is page 8. We've got some highlighters in the shop, and here we've got green and yellow. So green and yellow, that's 60%. Right? We want to know how many is blue. All right, so okay, let's firstly find out how many are there altogether. All right, so we got here 60% is equivalent to 30, 40, 48. 48 highlighters. What's 100%? How many do we have altogether? 48 divided by 60 times 100. All right, a classic structure here where we go anti-clockwise is always 48 divided by 60 times 100. This number divided by this number times this number. All right, so let's work it out. 4800 divided by 60. Cancel that out. And from a quick mental calculation, we know that that's going to be 80. All right, see, so 480 divided by 6 is quite simply 80. All right, so everything is 80. So we've got 80 minus, we really know that's 48, minus 48, and minus 21, and that should give us 80 minus 48 and minus 21, so that's minus 69. 80 minus 69 is 11, and that's the answer there. Next page. Last page here for booklet A. Gina had 8 Y paper clips. So she's got 8 Y, right? 8 Y number of paper clips. She used 4 paper clips, so minus 4, that's what she's got left. So now she's got this left, and she gave the rest to her friends Megan and Brian. All right, so Megan and Brian. All right. Now Megan received twice as many clips as Brian. So Megan received these lots, let's say it's 2 bags, right? And Brian received only 1 bag, right? So Megan received twice as many as Brian, right? So we're going to split this into these 3 separate bags, perhaps you can say, and Brian receives 1 of them, right? So you just simply divide by 3, right? So 8y minus 4 divide into 3 bags, Brian receives 1 of them, and that's the answer there. And that's it for section A. I'll see you in the next video for section B. See you later.